Hey everybody, my name is Jo and I love to read. Today I'm doing another reading vlog, which seems to be one of my favourite things to do at the moment, with the 2 monthly wrap-ups as well. So today it'll be the May and June vlog, which is crazy to say. I'm currently on the Sisters of Reckoning. It is like the 8th of May, so it's taking me a while to update you guys. I am this part of the way through, so I'm getting there, nearly at the end, and it was a little bit of a slow start for me with the Sisters of Reckoning, but now I am really enjoying it, and I'm hoping that I'm going to get a bit of time to read this one. I'm hoping that it'll be finished before the baby, and I can also get onto the next book, which is coming in the mail, and I can't wait to read, but we shall see. I'll chat to you guys next time. Bye.
Hey everybody, it's Saturday the 14th of May, sometime in the evening. I finished The Sisters of Reckoning a few days ago now. It was a pretty good ending. I enjoyed it. The start was a little bit slow, but it picked up at the end and I'm glad to have finished reading it. And now I am on to Jurassic Park by Michael. I told myself I was going to find out how to say his name before I did an update. I think it's Michael Crichton. It's not the book that was coming in the mail. That is Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb. That's not supposed to be arriving until next Thursday or potentially the Monday after. So not like next Monday, but Monday week, which the baby is apparently due before then. Not that that's, babies rarely ever come on their due date, but I was hoping to smash out a bit of it before having a little infant to take care of, but I'm not. Anyways, about Jurassic Park, I'm having a really good time with it. I'm this of the way through. As you can see with the tabs, I'm annotating this one and I'm having a really good time, and we've only just gotten up to the dinosaurs, so that's pretty good.
Hey everybody. Man, it has been ages. I feel like I'm going to be a bit rusty at this. This is like June sometime, and I haven't sat in front of a camera and done any filming, any vlog stuff until now, and this is officially after the birth of our baby boy Miles. Hopefully I will have uploaded a birth story for you guys to have watched and been properly introduced to him, so we won't talk too much about that in this vlog clip because I'm just updating you guys on what I've been reading. So I think the last clip ages ago in May sometime was talking about Jurassic Park and how I was just starting that. So I have finished it, I annotated it, had a really good time. I ended up finishing it a couple of days, or like a day or so before Miles was born, so that was really good to kind of get that all tied off. I have started trying to watch the movie because I've never seen it before, but even though I do have time whilst lying down and breastfeeding, I'm finding that it's too loud and crazy to be watching while I'm breastfeeding Miles. We are trying to keep like a range of different sounds and not sounds on while he's like sleeping and doing things, so that he doesn't become too particular to a certain thing. But a couple of instances, the like crazy dinosaur noises and the sounds of people getting killed by the dinosaurs kind of were a bit disruptive to him, which is fair enough as well. So I haven't finished that one yet. Very interested that there are differences, particularly with the characters. I know that it seems like they've kind of added a bit of flirtation and romance in there with Ellie, where I don't remember that being in the book, so that was very interesting, and I am eager to see how the rest of it goes when I get a chance to watch that. Then after that, so I had Miles, and I didn't read for a while. When I'm filming this, he's about to turn 2 weeks old tomorrow. So I wasn't reading for a bit, but I had purchased Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb and I was really excited to finish out the trilogy, and somewhere along, I don't know, half a week to a week, I started reading again while breastfeeding, on ebook though, not in the physical paperback copy that I'd bought, because my tailbone is very, very sore after the birth, and I had to have forceps to pull him out, which apparently is chronic for giving people tailbone pain. Still hurting me at the moment. I can't sit down properly on my butt. So I am side lying while I'm breastfeeding in bed all the time, which is a bit frustrating because I'm just in bed all the time and it can be a bit lonely as well. I was watching a lot of telly on my phone, which is good. Thank you, YouTube, for having. I mean, I could download Netflix and put it on there if I wanted to, but I've been watching something on YouTube that I purchased as a TV series ages ago and hadn't finished. I was getting a bit bored of that and really feeling like I needed to do something that felt like me again, and I then downloaded the sample couple of chapters of Assassin's Quest by Robin Hobb, and I had a really good time reading the start of that. And then after I finished the sample pages, I then purchased the book on ebook. It was only like $10, which was really awesome. It wasn't available through any of the other mediums that I could get it through for free or on a subscription service, so I purchased that one even though I already also have it in paperback. And I have promptly stopped reading it because it feels we're in a very lonely part of Fitz's life and I'm feeling a bit lonely as well. Not that I don't have support around me, it just is really hard. I kind of get I don't know if it's still baby blues or whether it's more like nighttime sleep anxiety, but I'm feeling like the sorry, I don't know if I can hear Miles. I keep like it's one of those things where like I'm hearing I mean, hello there. I'm kind of like hearing him. Coops come to say hello. You gonna say hello to everybody? Hey? Coop's doing really well with him, by the way. It's kind of lonely at the moment, and even like I have all the support around me, but I'm still feeling around about that between like 6 and like 9 p.m. I'm feeling, I think it's definitely like night sleep anxiety, and I'm really trying to just go with it, go with what Miles is going to do. He's going to do what he's going to do, and try and accept the fact that I'm not going to be able to control sleep anymore, and that I'm the kind of person that I would really enjoy being social, really love hanging out with my friends, but there will come a point where I would go, okay, I've had enough, I'm really tired, I want to go to bed, and I would know that I could choose to go home, and then I know that I would have a solid like 8 hours to sleep and to recover and to feel human again. And I'm just kind of really struggling with the anxiety of not knowing if I'm going to have a good sleep or not. I feel like I've had pretty good sleeps for having a newborn. I've been feeding him a lot more in the evening. Shit, I'll be back maybe.
Hey guys, I thought I would finally get back to finishing the update, plus any other updates that have happened over the last few days as I'm lying here with little Bubba, little Miles. I can't remember how many days I'm gonna guess 3 days since I did that first update, but I'll put the text up to say it's like 10 something at night. I was talking about Assassin's Quest, I think, by Robin Hobb. Even though I was so excited to read it, I can only read it at certain times at the moment. I did put it down for a long, like, before I was doing that update, I kind of put it down semi indefinitely because I was just feeling like way too lonely to read it, and Fitz is at such a lonely point in his life at the moment. And even though I'm really looking forward to finishing the book, it's just I need to kind of get past these few couple of weeks, or well, it's been a couple of weeks, but these few like month or so of motherhood and feeling a bit need to feel a bit more stable sort of in ourselves so that we're okay. So I kind of have to be a bit choosy as to when I read Assassin's Quest, and I just think about it and either go, yeah, I can. And I have read it pretty frequently over the past couple of days, especially if like I'm reading and I'm feeling awake enough during a middle of the night feed to read. If Daniel's in bed with me, then normally I felt okay to keep reading it. Then after that, I decided to look at Script. It's a good subscription service. I don't do Audible anymore because I don't really listen to audiobooks, but I liked that Script was, I think, like a little bit cheaper by a couple of dollars than Audible, and it also has ebooks, which I have, that's how I've been reading on my phone, and it's absolutely been a like lifesaver in feeling like I have options of things to do while I'm breastfeeding. So that's really good, and for having this idea and then for like knowing about Scribd and something and stuff like that, I want to credit Moose, who also has a booktube channel, because she's talked about how this is how she gets a lot of reading done. And I think she does a lot of audiobooks as well, like with cleaning and things like that, but she definitely mentioned that it's a lot easier for her as a mum to read ebooks. Whether she can read physical ones now or not, I'm not really sure, but I definitely remember her talking about that, especially in the early days with her first kids. So I'm finding that as well, that it's a lot, like I would never be able to hold a paperback comfortably, but my phone is really easy. So I was looking on Scribd for something to read, and I found the first book in the Rosemary Beach series by Abby Glynns. I think it's called Fallen Too Far. I read the sample of that because I found Abby Glyn's covers interesting. There's a particular one in the Rosemary Beach series, like later on, that I really like, and I've always been curious about her as a romance author. So I thought, hey, perfect time. I read the sample before I resubscribed, decided I liked the sample enough, even though her writing style is very, very different to what I'm used to. I still found it interesting enough. But then it was funny because I then was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna redo my Scribd subscription, and then that book wasn't available until July. I'm like, come on, does that help me now? They could have advertised that. So I was trying to find something else to read. I really couldn't. I'm not as enamored with the library on Scribd. I don't know whether browsing it on my laptop may be a bit better at looking at things, because it seems very, like, I want to say limited in the way that you can look for things. Like, it was kind of showing me, I was looking at YA bestsellers, and it has things like Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick at the top, which is a book from my mid-teen years. I'm like, why is that still, like, I know it was a bestseller. It just seems kind of like a weird choice to have at the top, as if like anything that's been a bestseller will stay there, which is really annoying, because I feel like you just have to keep searching for like ages to try and find something. And then when I was like actually typing in stuff in the search bar, nothing that I wanted to read was coming up. So granted, I'm still being quite fussy. I ended up then still finding, though, I found a 3 bind up edition of the Abby Glynns that I wanted to read. It had the first 3 bound together in like a different type of edition to like the first one that wasn't available. So I got to start reading it anyways. It was good, and it was what I needed for a while, but I don't know if things have happened too quickly with the romance, or it's just not the kind of romance I like to read. I don't mind there being a bit of smut, but like, well, I don't mind it being in books, but it just seems like in like the non-sex scenes, the smuttiness in their brains of how they think and how they speak is a lot. Like, really over the top, which I know people do as well, but like not in a really well written way. So it's okay, it served its purpose. I haven't finished it. I don't know how far I am through it. I'm not too far. It would be nice to finish the first book, just to have read it, and then maybe I'll enjoy it as I keep reading it. But at the moment, it's just not what I'm wanting to read. And then I was a bit like, well, I don't always want to go back to Assassin's Apprentice now, so I had a look through my want read list on StoryGraph, and I ended up finding book 12 in the Scuddleberry Pleasant series. I just looked at all the different covers of the things that I've marked as wanting to read, and that ended up being the book that I've decided to pick up now, Bedlam. So I haven't DNF'd Assassin's Quest. I still want to finish it, but a lot of the time I'm not in the right headspace to be reading such a lonely book. So I'm going to be reading Bedlam, because when I looked at the cover I was like, oh yes, I think I want to read this. So there's my very long update, and I'm going to go now, and hopefully there'll be more reading as this vlog continues. There's a lot of time to read. while you're breastfeeding, which is kind of nice because that was what I was worried that I wasn't going to have a lot of time to read at all in these like newborn days. While I'm prioritizing rest in small amounts, I'm also finding time to read while we're feeding, which is really nice. So I will talk to you guys in another update. Bye.
Hey everybody, it's a Wednesday in June. I'm actually reading physically for a change. I'm having a cup of tea quickly before I have a shower before going to bed. It's about 8:30 and I'm averaging like 9:30 bedtimes at the moment. Getting up multiple times in the middle of the night, about 3 times to feed Miles, so or two or three, something like that. Normally I have been reading this book in ebook form because I have just not really been able to sit a lot with my tailbone pain after the delivery of Miles, but this evening I felt like continuing reading this after finishing reading after giving him a feed on my ebook, and then that's what I felt like doing, so that's what I'm going to do. Let me tell you, it feels really weird to be reading physically again. I haven't actually done that since he was born, pretty much. I've just been doing ebook reading, which that's been 4 weeks and 1 day today. So it looks really weird looking at the text like this, but it's fun. I'm enjoying it. Hey guys, I did not realize how close it was to the end of the month, considering today is the last day of the month. That is crazy. I still thought that there was like a week left in the month, and I wondered whether I would finish Assassin's Quest, which I'm not going to. I still have about 200 or 250 pages left. Hello! Got little Mileys. The little Miles here. I'm having a really great time with it though. There's been this big mystery throughout about where one of these characters has gone to some mystical, like he's followed some folklore to try and save the kingdom. And we are finally, that's not what the main character is doing, that's what another person is. And we're finally following him to see where he's gone and whether it's true or not. So I'm so keen to keep reading and see what happens, if this little bunny will allow me to. But I still have been reading on my on my phone as an ebook, which I've been missing reading physically. So I don't know. Anyways, I better go because this one wants attention. Hey guys, I'm just waiting in bed. I've just finished feeding Miles and I'm just making sure that he's actually asleep before I go to put him down. But I am having a really good time reading this book. This is probably actually going to be my last. I didn't know that I was going to do another blog clip now. I just had like one of those super cool moments with Assassin's Quest where I have guessed what is going to happen. I don't know if I'm correct or not because I'm at page 500 of 750, so there's 150 250. I've got ages to go, but I have made a guess and I know vaguely the plot, or not the plot, I know like an element of the next series in this world that Rob and Hob has, and I just got, there's this tapestry or this painting or something in this part of the book, and the painting just made me think, ooh, I might know what's gonna happen vaguely in the rest of this book. That's always a really fun feeling, and I just also got hit with this other feeling where I was like, I'm so keen to read the rest of Robin Hobb's world, but I want to know what happens. Like, it's that feeling where I don't want to miss out on having read the series. I want to go through that experience, and I'm glad that I haven't finished the series yet because I have so many more books to experience. But I'm also like, oh, I just want to know what happens. I just want to know. So it's really good. But I think this is now officially the end of this reading vlog. So thanks everybody so much for watching this again, for bearing with me with the channel, and I'm looking forward to hopefully having some more regularity with these videos. So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!